This Shabbos is Parshas HaChodesh, in which we read the section of the Torah telling the first mitzvah given to us as a Jewish people to declare the months starting based on the new moon. And of course it is the month of Nisan, and we do it because this is the beginning of our year, the holiday of Pesach. The Gemara tells us a very interesting story about that Torah reading of Chodesh Hazeh Lochem and Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach. After having said in Shabbos Kuf Mem Zayin Amid Beis that the wine of Prugisa and the water of Yomses was so attractive, it tells us that Rabbi Eliezer ben Arach went there and he started to enjoy the place where he was. He had hoped that his students were going to follow him to learn with him there, but they didn't. Where it tells us that being attracted by those earthly delights, he started to forget things. And when he returned from there, he came up and started to read from the Torah, and instead of saying the words, HaChodesh Hazeh Lochem, he read it as if it said these words over here, HaCharsh HaYalibam, their heart was silent. And if you take a look, you see that the Resh and the Dalet are very similar, the Zayin and the Yud are very similar, the Chaf and the Beis are very similar. So there was a mistake in the reading, but the Gemara is really telling us something more than that. And that is that in going away from the Tzibur, because he went far away, thinking that people would follow him to study and learn from him, which didn't happen. They wanted to stay in the place of Torah, that he started to follow those earthly pursuits, those desires, and forgot what it was that he had even known before, simple reading of the Torah. But the words, HaCharsh HaYalibam, their heart was silent, as if to say that there was no talking. The words of the heart didn't come out because he didn't have the Talmidim there. And the Torah therefore wants to let us know, and the story of this Gemara likewise wants to let us know, that it is through a community together, people studying together, learning together, that they can not only keep their knowledge, but even more so, deepen it with a greater understanding of shared Torah together. The Gemara then says at the end what happened was, Bo Rabbanan Rachmei Olei, that his colleagues had praying to Hashem for him, V'hadar Talmuda, and his Torah knowledge returned to him. To all, Shabbat Shalom.